Well, good evening and welcome to the KPEG Game of the Week. Tonight, it's football in paradise. It's the Lompoc Braves versus the Bishop Diego Cardinals. This is Greg Ratcliffe broadcasting live from beautiful La Playa Stadium in Santa Barbara City College, where the 1-1 Braves get ready to take on the 1-1 Cardinals. Lompoc had a grueling road trip last week, traveling all the way down to Santa Fe Springs to lose to St. Paul 31-13 in what was their first non-playoff loss since 2015. Bishop Diego is also coming off a road game loss, having dropped a 27-3 decision to St. Bonaventure last Friday. So, with both teams in rebound mode tonight, the Braves are no doubt happy to have had a much shorter drive, while the Cardinals are literally having a party here at La Playa. More on that a bit later, but first, I sat down with Braves head coach Andrew Jones yesterday to talk about last week's loss to St. Paul and the prospects for tonight's contest against the Cardinals. Let's listen to what Coach Jones had to say. I'm here with Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Coach, it's been over 3 years since I last sat down with you for an interview after a loss. That says volumes about the consistent quality of Braves football, but I got to tell you, it feels a little strange. Tell us what happened last week.
Well, we didn't play very well. We were outplayed, outcoached, turned the ball over 7 times. I mean, whether we're playing a quality opponent like St. Paul or anybody else, if we turn the ball over 7 times, we're probably not going to win that game. We showed flashes of winning the game and taking control of the game, but we just weren't able to, ride any momentum. We were up 13-0. Ryan doesn't fair catch a ball. We end up fumbling, and then they go up 13-7 at half, and we came out and turned the ball over 5 straight times. So defense played well enough to win for sure. They kept us in the game, but definitely was a learning experience, hopefully humbling for our guys that, just because we wear the blue and white, it says Lompoc on our jersey, doesn't necessarily automatically mean we're going to win. We have to put in the work, learn from mistakes, and it was hard to watch. It was a rough bus ride home. I mean, there's guys open. We can't hit them. We're calling a play. We forget to give the protection. We call a screen. Running back forgets to turn around. We have like a wide open touchdown. QB fumbles it under center. It was awful.
Well, yeah, the turnovers were killers, and that limits your offensive opportunities and puts all the pressure on your defense at the same time.
Yeah, defense played well. I mean, if you take away 2 plays, the defense, we gave up 36 yards in the first half, and then in the second half, they averaged in a total, if you take 2 plays away, 3 yards per play. Even on the 2 plays that they had on us, we were misaligned on one of them. And on the other one, we had just really bad effort, not filling, not scraping, not running to the football, just being out of position, not doing what you're coached to do. So although the defense played great and well enough for us to win, we still made a couple mistakes that cost us.
Looking beyond the numbers, I was checking that out. The stats show that other than a couple of big plays like you mentioned, defense pretty much held them in check. Is that something you can build on?
Oh, yeah. Our defensive line, our defense, I think it's a strength of our team. The D-line and the O-line are probably the 2 best position groups we probably have. And, I think it tells you how tough they are, how mentally tough they are as well when Monday at practice, the O-line and D-line is good to go, ready to roll. And the skill position guys are all banged up and are out and can't do certain things.
Well, you mentioned the long bus ride home. That was a long bus ride to get down there, too. I know you don't make excuses, but do you think that had some effect on your team?
Well, I hit my phone and it said 39 miles till we get there. We were on Highway 5 and we got there an hour and 52 minutes later.
Yeah.
So, the bus ride was tough, but I think nobody needs to panic. We just got to fix things. It is tough because we usually play Napomo. We usually play, we have these preseason local games that are rivalries. And now we can't play anyone. Nobody wants to play us locally. And so it was like the last resort. This is the only matchup we had, and we had to take it, Hopefully we start off with 3 good home games next year because those were brutal.
Well, you're 1-1 heading into the third game of this 3-game road trip to open the season. You're playing yet another team that's new to the schedule. Now, the good news is that you get to go to La Playa Stadium, which is always fun, at least from my standpoint. But it's to face defending state champion Bishop Diego. They're coming off a loss of their own last week. What's the story on this year's version of the Cardinals?
Well, on paper and on film, they're always well coached. Coach Crawford does a great job, obviously. They're young, extremely athletic, but they play assignment football. They tackle well. We basically got our hands full. Although they lost a lot of guys like we did, they returned a lot of ammo. We got to come ready to play. I don't know where they got all these Samoan kids, but it looks like
they got some big ones.
Yeah, Santa Barbara all of a sudden has a Samoan families that have moved in, and they got a lot of quality beef up front. We've been looking forward to this matchup for years. We've been wanting to get this game. We never could figure it out. I don't know why. We have, emails going back for years trying to get this done, and finally is able to do it. We're excited. It's a good matchup. It's a different year. I think everybody's got to get off of what happened in 2017 or 16. It's two completely different teams, completely different year, and you can't really dive into what has happened. We got to just stay in the present future, and this is what we get. We got 2 1-1 football teams going at it, and hopefully we come out victorious.
Well, you got to love the venue, though, right?
Yeah, I always like going down there. I'm excited to go down there. It's a beautiful stadium. I remember playing there when I was at Hancock and played the All-Star game there my senior year. So a lot of good memories there. Hopefully we can keep them rolling.
Okay, Coach, you've got some players beat up, I guess, coming into this week. What's the injury report look like?
I think we're good. I think everybody's got bumps and bruises, but, I think everyone's a go. Drew Williams will be questionable because of some personal things going on, but I think we'll be fairly healthy. Galindo might be questionable, but I think we should be ready to go.
All right, Coach, as always, thanks for the time, and best of luck against the Cardinals. Well, back live now at La Playa. I'm joined, as always, by the Statmeister himself, Mike Loney. Mike, the Braves suffered through a tough loss last Friday, and they're looking at a tough opponent again here tonight. What do the Braves need to do to bounce back and get a win this evening?
They need to get the offense going. They've had 2 games. They have been okay in one and not so good in the other. So they need to put some points on the board. Defensively, they gave up a fair number of points in both of them, but most of those were not necessarily the fault of the defense. When you give up 7 turnovers, most of them deep in your own territory, that's hard to stop the scoring.
As we talked with Coach Jones about the turnovers, just were horrible, deep in your own territory, giving the other guys a short field and putting a lot of pressure on your defense.
It's also hard to score if you keep giving the other fellows the ball.
5 turnovers to start the second half last week, 5 consecutive turnovers.
Yeah.
It's tough to win ball games that way. They're going to have to clean that up tonight.
It's been kind of a festive atmosphere here at La Playa Stadium on the campus of Santa Barbara City College. Started things off with the flag presentation by the Santa Barbara Sea Cadet Air Pac Squadron. Had a brief memorial to a moment of silence for Ty Barkley, young man who passed away this last weekend. His family has a GoFundMe site up, and they're getting real close to meeting their goal. So if you want to check that out, we encourage you to do so. Then we had a very interesting display of formation flying by a flock of seagulls that came over over the field, peeled off one by one, and flew back over the stands. It was quite impressive.
It should be noted that we are on the roof of one of the skyboxes here, and the seagulls are actually flying below us.
Yes, they are.
That tells you how high up in the sky we are tonight. And we have the best view in the house, for sure.
At the end of the skyboxes, to our right, they have a booth set up where they're doing team shake night to test people for bone marrow transplants.
Big cancer awareness initiative going on here tonight.
Right. And so there's been all kinds of things going on, and we're still minutes from kickoff.
Eventually, there's going to be a football game breakout, I think. Maybe.
Eventually, there's been some question as to whether or not Lompoc and Santa Barbara, Bishop Diego Garcia have played before, and the answer is sort of, but no. In 1959, the LA Diocese took over the Catholic schools in Santa Barbara, of which there were two. The Dolores School and what was simply called Catholic High School. Dolores had been founded in 1914, Catholic High School in 1940. And those two schools were combined to form Bishop Diego, named after Francisco Garcia Diego y Moreno, the first bishop of Alta California. And Lompoc, during that 19-year stretch of Catholic high school, played Santa Barbara Catholic 5 times, 4 times 11-man, 1 time 6-man, and they have a 4-1 record in those games.
So that's where you get a yes and no answer on that.
That's
question.
Where you get sort
of maybe. Kind of. Okay. Well, they're certainly going to play them tonight. We are here at probably the most beautiful football venue on the Central Coast. Probably nothing. It is. The beach is right across the road. We're looking at the harbor and the boats just off to our left.
Beautiful clipper came in to the harbor to our left a while ago.
The sun beginning to set on what is going to be a beautiful night here on the Santa Barbara coast.
Lights are on, a little breeze coming off the ocean.
Braves in their traveling white uniforms. No one will get their uniforms dirty tonight on this artificial turf, that is for sure. And it looks as though the Cardinals will be kicking things off to start. Cardinals in their red jerseys and black pants. I guess it would be a Cardinal jersey, wouldn't it, Mike?
Oh. If you want to put a Cardinal spin on
it. Beautiful video board down there on our right as well. The live feed of the action from the field as we are just moments away from kickoff.
Braves in their standard 5-3-3 kickoff return formation.
Ryan Morgan back deep around the end zone. We'll do our best with the jersey numbers. As I said, we are kind of in the stratosphere this evening, so we'll do what we can. This is going to be a fun one. As Coach mentioned in his interview, the Cardinals have got some big guys on their line. Big by 290 plus.
Yeah, about half a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Including 350.
350 is a lot to move around.
Indeed.
Especially he's in a 5'11" frame.
Yeah.
Some big guys on this Bishop Diego squad. Coach mentioned that the strength of his team this season is the offensive and defensive lines. They are going to have their work cut out for them this evening. So the ball has been whistled ready for play, and we are just about to get underway here at La Playa Stadium. Greg Ratcliffe here along with Mike Loney. Judy Baker back at the studio and spinning the dials.
Much awaited game over the years is finally about to happen.
And don't forget, we are simulcasting on KTNK 1410 AM and streaming at kpegradio.com. Kickoff will go into the end zone 1 yard deep. So the Braves will take the ball up to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 from there.
And for some reason, the clock ran on that, but so officially we're starting this drive at 11:58.
I think he actually caught it outside the goal line and stepped back. So maybe that's what. So here we go. First play of the night. Lompoc sets up with 3 receivers wide to the left. Here, Barron under center. Handoff right up the middle.
Ooh.
Nice explosive run out to about the 30.
And a little bit over the 30 for a first down.
DeAndre Coleman with the first run of the night. 1 play, 10 yards. That'll work.
Was made by Lucas Dutcher.
First down Braves from there.
For the Braves.
Here, Barron under center. 1 man in motion. Give it to the tailback. Oh, he's going to get tripped up in the backfield for a loss.
Just did get his foot.
Nario on the carry. Tackled by the ankles for a loss of a couple. Back to the 28. Second down and 12 for the Braves.
Braves moving from west to east here tonight, or right to left if you're looking at it from our spot.
Right to left on your radio dial. I don't know my directions down here. The ocean's supposed to be west.
You know, down here it's south.
Down here it's not. Second and 12.
Oh,
Second
nice.
to the ground game to the Braves.
Very nice job of finding a little bit of space in there.
Out to the 33 goes Coleman.
Yeah.
Pickup of about 5.
Luke Knightley, third down and 7.
It's going to be a third down for the Braves. 3rd and 7 from their own 33. First possession of the night for the Braves.
Little one-on-one action there. Coleman tackled by Knightley, both wearing number 1.
1 receiver wide to either side for Lompoc. Barron from the shotgun, rolling left, looking to throw.
He is a lefty.
Incomplete. Off the turf, intended for Joe Schumer. And a flag coming in after the play. A lot of the Braves thought that was a completed pass. And somebody might have said something they shouldn't have ought to. Yep. Unsportsmanlike against Lompoc. It was 4th down. And 7. Now it's going to be a 4th down and a lot more than that. Ball away all to the 18-yard line.
Sportsmanlike penalty against Lompoc.
And those are the kind of mistakes you just can't afford.
And we have a number of them last week.
Sparrow the punt.
Sparrow back at about his 5. Ready to punt. Ball's marked at the 18.
Deep man for the Cardinals back around midfield. Good snap. Nice pressure.
Ooh.
And a short shanked kick way over to the far side of the field.
I'm amazed Sparrow was able to get that out.
And it's going to be down at the 34-yard line of the Braves. Sparrow did a good job to get that one away because he had pressure right in his face really quickly. But Bishop Diego will take over with exceptional field position at the Braves 33, 1st and 10. Which is right where the ball was, the line of scrimmage before that penalty. So, see if the Cardinals can take advantage. 2 receiver set.
10-08 was the first one.
To the running game we go. Find a seam off a right tackle. Gets to the corner. Turns it towards the end zone. Gets inside the 20 and down and out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Luke Knightley on the carry.
Down at the 19.
Knightley's just a sophomore. 6'1", 175-pound. And he goes limping off the field after that play.
Quarterback.
First down for the Cardinals at the Braves' 19-yard line.
Nice 14-yard jump to open things up.
5 receivers set. Now 1 man in motion. From the shotgun we go.
Oh, beautiful job.
Beautiful tackle in the backfield by Oscar Tenario to stop that play. A little sweep.
Down in 14.
Lost back to the 24.
Almost 5 yards.
Yep. I'm going to call it 2nd and 15.
Braves in their standard 3-5-3 or
2 receivers for the Cardinals. Back to the running game they go, straight up the middle.
a gain of about 1.
That's about it. Down to the 23.
Tackled by Juan DeLuna and DeAndre Coleman.
Going to be a 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
Coleman and DeLuna on the stop.
3rd down and 14 from the Brave 23-yard line.
High formation, slightly modified.
2 receivers to the right.
Offset high.
1 to the far side. From the shotgun, fakes the handoff, drops back, now has to roll left. Had a man open at about the 10-yard line, overthrew him.
Yeah, there was pretty heavy pressure.
That'll bring up 4th down and long for the Cardinals. And I believe we just might have a field goal attempt coming up.
They were looking for Guthrie on that one.
This is going to be a 41-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Good snap. Kick is away. And no good. So the Braves dodge a bullet here early. After an unsportsmanlike penalty backed them up, they had a poor punt. Defense comes up and holds the Cardinals to no score, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20. You're listening to the KPEG Game of the Week, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 FM KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
So we'll turn around and go the other way. The Braves will send 2 receivers out wide, 1 to either side. Uribarren from the shotgun, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself on the design QB keeper. And he'll get across the 20 to about the 23 before he's pushed back. Gain of about 3 for Cameron. 2nd and 7 from there. No score here from La Playa Stadium here.
Yeah. That was a good decision by Bishop Diego, though, to try for the field goal. If they make it, they get points. If they miss it, the ball comes out to the 20. Which,
yep.
Either way, I mean, they're not going to get much more than that punting. They'll probably kick it in the end zone. So
2nd and 7. 2 wides again for the Braves.
3 down linemen.
Uribarren again, wiggling his way for a loss back to the 20.
Yeah.
Tried to make a spin in the backfield, but couldn't elude the tackler. We'll go back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll be 3rd and 10.
Stopped by number 5, Jake Sirocco. Loss of almost exactly 3. The ball sitting just on the 20-yard line, which is where they started this drive.
Approaching the halfway mark here in the 1st quarter. No score from La Playa Stadium. Braves on their 2nd possession.
Each team has attempted 1 pass. Neither was complete.
3 receivers up top for the Braves. 1 here to the short side of the field.
Bishop fakes the blitz, drops out of it.
Uribarren lets it fly towards Morgan here on the near sideline. Incomplete. Jump ball at about the 45.
Nice job breaking it up. I believe that was number 8, Morones.
The play was Isaiah Morones. 4th down and 10.
So 4th and 10 for the Braves and another punting situation. Declan Sparrow back to do the honors again. Hopefully he'll have a little more time than last time.
Yeah.
The punting from about the same place he was.
Sparrow to front. Ryan Floyd.
It would not take much time for it to be longer than he had the last time.
Yes. Deep man back around the
Low
45.
snap. Pressure again,
Pressure
but
again.
a little bit less.
Fielded at the 50-yard line. Trying to get some blockers on the far side.
He's
It
got
does.
some.
Turns the corner. He's to the 30. And right out of bounds at about the 25 on the far sideline.
Yeah, Sparrow took him out.
So a better punt, but once again, the Cardinals will have tremendous field position to start this possession at the Lompoc. Where are they going to put it? 26, looks like. First down from there with 6:17 remaining here in the first quarter. Bishop Diego about to start their second possession of the evening. First one resulted in a missed field goal. High formation under center. 2 wides. Pitch to the deep back.
Ooh.
Changes location, direction, cuts it back. He's to the 20, picks up a block on the corner, and gets tackled at about the 14-yard line.
The ball carrier. Tackle made by Leandro Coleman.
Coleman makes a stop at the 14. Play was designed to go left. Got bottled up very quickly. Turned around and go the other way, and we got a first down at the 14.
12.
The Braves defense will be tested again here early. First down and 10. Bishop Diego from the Lompoc 14-yard line.
Stack eye formation.
Ooh, draw play is straight up the middle. Might have got a yard.
Yeah, they were just trying to egg out that time, and it went nowhere.
Down at 9.
Give him one, make it 2nd and 9 from the 13.
Will be coming through the stadium selling
The 12.
raffle tickets. Proceeds go to the homecoming dance for the sophomores. Please be as generous as possible. The drawing will be held.
Tell you what, folks, if you've never been to La Playa,
You've missed out.
please do. We come here every chance we get. Second down, we'll call it 8 for the Cardinals from the Brave 12. Fakes handoff, plants, throws. Got a man at the corner, incomplete at the end zone. Off the hands. That one was close. It'll make it 3rd down and 8.
Very nice coverage on that.
Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Down at 8.
Cardinals will shift personnel a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See what they dial up on 3rd and 8.
Pretty young and inexperienced Braves secondary this year. So they've held up fairly well.
2 receivers to either side, passing all the way.
No
Thrown to
pressure.
Overthrows the man open in the end zone.
Yep. I think they thought he was going to work his way back outside, and he did not. Looks like we'll have a second shot at the field goal.
I believe you're right. 4th down and 8 from the 12, and the field goal unit will come back on the field. This one will be a little shorter than last time. About 29?
Jack Locker is to attempt a 30-yard field goal. Big angle to hold.
See if the Braves can dodge another bullet here. Kick is away. Looks pretty good this time, and it is.
Field goal is good.
So with 4:39, I think that's as left in the first quarter, the Cardinals get on the board first. It's Bishop Diego 3 and Lompoc nothing. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back in the studio. Thank you for being with us tonight. We're glad you could join us for Game 3 and Week 2 of the, figure that one out, of this 2018 football season. That's because we have a Week 0, folks, and it always messes me up. Next week, we'll be back home.
Yay!
The Braves will be home for the first time of the year, and they will be hosting arch nemesis and great rival, the Rio Grande Eagles, in their home opener a week from tonight.
On the newly resodded floor of Houck Stadium.
Yes, we just saw some pictures of that today. The field will be resodded and looking much better than it did a couple weeks ago, I think. Let's hope it has time to anchor.
Yeah, they're also working on the practice field just adjacent to Houck, between the parking lot in the back and Houck. So
things sprucing up there at Houck. Kickoff goes into the end zone about 3 yards deep, and that'll bring on another touchback. Braves starting from the 20 once again. They have yet to get past the 30.
Well, they did get out to the 31 after the first play, but then promptly went backwards. The dreaded retrograde motion, Greg. I'll throw myself under the bus on that one.
Okay. First and 10 Braves from their own 20-yard line. 4:34 left here in the first quarter. Cardinals up 3-0. One man in motion. Barron under center. Handoff. Sweeping out here to the left. It's pushed out of bounds across the 30. Coleman on the carry. Gets out to about just past the 30. That'll be enough for a first down for Lompoc.
Like Coleman, Moronis on the stop.
Moving the chains for the Braves. So far, Coleman getting the bulk of the action on the handoffs tonight. Two receivers up top. Morgan in motion. Morgan will get it. Fights his way out for a hard-earned 9 yards or so. Going to be just short of a first down by about a yard. Second and 1 for the Braves. Just short of the 40. Best field position of the night for the Braves so far. Barron under center. Morgan in motion again. High formation. Straight up the middle. That's Coleman. Cuts it to the outside. He's down the far sideline to the 40. Knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, or he was gone. Leandre Coleman is not the fastest back we've ever seen in Lompoc High School, but he can get it done.
And he will thump you.
Good news is, he's a junior. He'll be back. Timeout on the field called by the Cardinals. Stops the clock with 3:33, I believe that says. Left here in the first. But the Cardinals up 3-0. You were listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. It has turned into a beautiful night here on the coast. You can look out across the field and see the waves lapping up on the beach right across the street. See the lights from the oil platforms out in the distance. Boats coming into the harbor to our left.
Went from the 39.
Doesn't get any better than 31. This as far as the football venue is concerned. If you haven't been here, please make the trip one of these days. An important game for the Braves. They were 1-1 coming into the night. They're not used to losing in the preseason.
No, it's been a while, but it's not unheard of.
Well, as Coach Jones said in the interview, nobody panic. Kind of gave me an Aaron Rodgers thing. Relax. Quarterback up the middle, down to about the 26-yard line. Barron on the carry. Designed keeper. Pick up about 5. Will be 2nd and 5 from the 26.
Harrison Crowley on the stop.
Deepest penetration of the night for the Braves by far. First time into Cardinal territory. I'd very much like to answer that 3 points they gave up on the last possession by Bishop Diego.
I think they'd like to surpass it.
You think so?
Yeah, I'd
I can go for that.
suspicion of that.
You're Barron under center, fakes the handoff to Coleman, rolls left, looking to pass, dumps it across the middle.
Oh,
Incomplete.
had two guys open and didn't quite get either one of them.
Colin Randy, the intended receiver, kind of over his head a little bit. That'll bring us a 3rd down, 3rd and 5 from the 26. 3-0 is our score. Bishop Diego leads the Lompoc Braves with 2:44 remaining here in the first quarter.
Interesting to see if the Braves go for it if they don't make it on 3rd down.
I would not be surprised. One receiver wide to either side. Here Barron from the shotgun. Fakes, throws, complete.
Just a quick turn pattern over to the left side.
Morgan on the catch, falls to the turf right after the catch. Gets enough to move the chains. First down Braves from the 19. Clock now running as we approach 2.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Braves with a nice sustained drive that started at their own 20.
Their 3rd first down of this possession. Their 3rd.
Here Barron from the shotgun, low snap, digs it out. Gives it to Cole, finds the corner, still on his feet, and gets knocked out inside the 10. Kind of juked one guy at about the 12.
Yeah, the guy was effectively an anchor on his left leg, and he still knocked over 2 other guys, and the 3rd one finally managed to give him enough that he knocked him out of bounds.
Put the ball at the 7-yard line and make it 1st and goal for the Braves.
Just over 2 minutes remaining.
Tight formation for the Braves. One receiver to the near side. And timeout called by the Cardinals.
That's their 2nd.
Stops the clock with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. The Bishop Diego Cardinals leading the Lompoc Braves. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The Braves Meridian Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back in the studio, and we thank you so much for being with us tonight. We appreciate you tagging along, putting up with our silliness and nonsense.
Hopefully, Judy will be able to get us some scores through the course of the night.
Yeah.
Should mention that we're also joined up here on the route by the Lompoc Braves film crew and by Mr. Lompoc Record himself.
The Zoman is here with us. Plenty of room at the end tonight, huh?
Yeah. The Lompoc press box.
Skybox.
The skybox, yes.
Okay, here we go. 1st and goal for the Braves from the 7. Morgan in motion. Give is inside. It's Coleman. He'll get wrestled down after a gain of a couple.
Maybe just one.
See where they put it.
Follow Maka on the stop. He's one of those small guys. He's only gigantic.
As opposed to humongous like some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Gain of 1. 2nd and goal from the 6.
Should note that since Cameron Earbaron is quarterbacking for the Braves this year, they have been running a lot more plays to the left
Well, that makes sense.
this season.
Earbaron under center. Pitches to Coleman. Gets to the corner on the far side. Cuts it back in. Trying to get to the goal line. There's a scrum at about the 1, and he's going to get stopped short.
Just short. That was just good old fashioned student body right.
Student body right. We ended up with 22 guys within about 6 inches of each other.
Yeah. Gain of 5.
The nose of the ball just inside the 2. So it'll be 3rd and goal from there. Let's see what Coach Jones dials up for this one. Not the full house. High formation.
2 tight end, single.
DeAndre Coleman
Left and he
cuts
walked
it left
in.
and walks in untouched. Touchdown, Braves. And the Cardinals are looking to bottle that one up inside, and Coleman just took 1 step left and waltzed in alone.
Yeah.
And the pep band is playing my favorite song.
I believe that's 28 seconds remaining in the first quarter. I'm having a hard time reading the tiny numbers on the scoreboard over there.
Yeah, and it's way over there.
And way down.
So the Braves line up in the swinging gate formation for the PAT. This time they closed it up and go for the 1. Kick is away, and it is no good. Wide right. And that could come back to haunt you. Under 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. The Braves on the board, however. It is now Lompoc 6 and Bishop Diego 3. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
So the Braves, after stalling on their first 2 possessions, finally put some first downs together, marched down the field, put together an 80-yard drive, and come up with 6.
Well, if they will double up Bishop Diego for the rest of the game, I'd be happy with that.
That would probably work.
I think Jonesy would even tolerate that.
Yeah.
You mentioned that this was an important game for both teams. I think it might be even a little more important for the Cardinals than it is for the Braves, since their league schedule is mostly Division 3 and 4 teams, and the Braves are not facing quite that same level of competition in league. And since it's a 5-team league, Bishop is looking at having to finish in the top 2 out of 5 to make the playoffs, other than a wild card. So
Braves kickoff just trickles across the end zone for the touchback. So the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Yeah, that was an imminently returnable kick. Basically hit around the 8 and rolled into the end zone, but it kind of was bouncing sideways. And it took a good 3-4 seconds to get there, but the returners were up at around the 15.
So the first time the Cardinals will take over in their own side of the field tonight. 1 receiver to either side, 1 man in motion. Quick pitch to the left. Gets away from 1 tackler in the backfield. That was Tenario. Tried to get him by the ankles, but he'll get out of bounds on the far side at about the 23.
Made by Tyler Round. David Round.
One thing I've noticed about Oscar, he gets in that backfield in a hurry and also does some great coverage out on the flat.
Which is not easy to do.
He's quick.
Pickup of about 2.
2nd down and 8 for Bishop Diego. Ball out there, 22-yard line.
Trying to run a little bit of a counter there, and that not much happening.
Sirocco on the carry, gets about 1. Right, not much at all on that one, Mike.
Rainey making the tackle. 3rd down and 7.
Rainey credited with the stop.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of action. 12 minutes complete here at La Playa Stadium. Our score is Braves 6, Cardinals 3. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
Don't forget, folks, if you have people, friends, family outside of our listening area, Remind them that they can catch the game live on the internet, streaming in real time at kpegradio.com.
You can also check it out on YouTube.
Yes, you could.
Should mention that
our streams are archived on YouTube at the City of Lompoc YouTube page, so you can always go back and relive the memories there.
Yeah. I haven't checked it out, but I have a sneaking suspicion Colin Ranney is related to the Ranney family who had a ranch just north of Lompoc High School. I remember walking past back in the ancient of days.
You are dating yourself again.
Yeah. I'm the only one who will.
Yeah, that's true. So we will turn around and go the other way. The red-clad Cardinals traveling from right to left on your radio dial, now towards the harbor.
We've got some traffic overhead.
Airplanes going overhead. And a
Pressure on the quarterback and a sack.
He'll go down at the 11.
We'll get that to number 54, Juan DeLuna. Not the other problem I have is I keep going back to previous guys with that with names, but
when you've been doing this as long as we have, sometimes we have to remember that numbers change names.
You know what's really bad is when the numbers and the last names stay the same, because an uncle wore it, or dad wore it, or an older brother wore it.
Well, it's 4th down and long now for the Cardinals, and they'll be punting from their end zone, about 3 yards deep, in fact.
Their first punt.
Deep man for the Braves back just this side of the 50. Chances are that's Ryan Morgan.
Looks like Ryan.
Good snap. No pressure this time on the kicker. Short kick, however.
Stayed up in the air for a while and picked up a real nice bounce, about 8-9 yards.
Nice Cardinal roll across midfield, and will be downed at the 46-yard line. Good starting field position, though, for the Braves. Their best starting position of the night.
About 10:48 remaining in the second quarter.
1st and 10 Braves from their own 46. Lompoc up 6-3 here. Early stages of quarter number 2.
Again, Chevy truck, upper parking lot, 7W2016.
High formation for the Braves. 2 receivers up top. To the running game we go. That's Coleman. Bounces off a tackle, breaks through another one. No, that's Tenario, sorry.
Oh, nice
and a great run by Oscar.
About 8 yards and about 6 broken tackles.
Great job by Oscar to keep his feet moving. People trying to tackle him by the ankles, and that just didn't work. And he and Ryan Morgan getting together in the huddle and showing a little appreciation to one another for that effort.
Yep.
Gain of about 8 for number 8. And it'll be 2nd and 2.
One of my pet peeve terms is the idea of second effort. That wasn't a second effort, that was continuous effort. Yep.
Quick pass out here to Morgan, complete. And swings around and picks up a couple extra yards after the catch down to the 37.
And he was double teamed.
Tackle was made by Lucas Dutcher.
Still made the catch.
Down for the Braves at the Bishop.
Nice dart by Uribaron to get that to him in a hurry. Moves the chains for the Braves. 1st down Lompoc from the 37-yard line of the Cardinals.
Number 27, Lucas Dutcher on the stop. And if he hadn't got him, he was off to the races.
And when Ryan Morgan gets going, he can be tough to stop. From the shotgun, back to the running game we go. That's Tenario again, down to the 32.
Might have to start calling him Tough Tenorio.
Rudy Sanchez and Max Lee making the tackle.
Down to the 32, about 4 on that one.
And 5.
Yeah, call it 5. 2nd and 5 from the 32. Approaching the 9-minute mark here till halftime. 6-3 is our score. Braves on top. And on the move again. Iribarren under center.
Nice block by Randy on the corner.
Coleman on the carry. Gets inside the 30 to the 29.
Tackled by Adrian Sirocco. Down in 3.
Bring up third down for the Braves. Third and about 3. Need to get down to about the 27. Braves up to the line very quickly. No huddle.
Coleman and Adrian Sirocco are having a battle.
And Iribarren with the hard count draws contact on the line. Flags flying. And this is going to go against the Bishop Diego Cardinals. Not only does that move the ball, it moves the chains as well. First down, Braves from the 24. And I think that's exactly what Cameron Iribarren was trying to do right there.
Mm-hmm.
Holding Aaron Rodgers on. Flags again as the snap goes on. And we're going to give that 5 yards back.
Hard penalty against the Braves. And 15.
So a little do-si-do action here. Back to the 29 we go.
They did get the first down, however.
Yep, that's the good news. They keep the first down. First and 15, however, from the 29-yard line. 7:45 left here in the second quarter. Braves up 6-3. 2 receivers, 1 man in motion. Coleman.
Right up
Inside run, not going to get much. Couple is all. Just shy of the 25 goes Leandre.
Maybe 3.
Jackson Haskell making the tackle. Second down and 12.
Second down, about 12 now for the Braves. Ball at the 26-yard line. After a couple of unsuccessful possessions early, Braves coming back here and able to move the ball pretty well so far.
Draw play to
Coleman, he's going to get wrapped up. He's got 3 red jerseys all over him. No gain on the play, maybe even a loss of 1. Now they'll give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 12 from the 26.
Mentioning Coleman and Iribarren a lot, we have some news on both their older brothers.
And some motion on the defensive side of the ball. Again, we'll draw some flags. Offsides. Did I mention do-si-do? Well, we just do-si'd and doed again.
Because the 3rd down opportunity or difficulty to a
3rd and about 7 now.
much more manageable level.
Ball at the 21.
Andre Coleman's older brother, Levon, is, last we heard, still in training camp with the Houston Texans.
That is so cool.
It is indeed.
From the shotgun, Iribarren looking to pass. Throws this one to the end zone and incomplete out of bounds.
Yeah, it was good 5 yards out of bounds.
Yep, that was wide right.
Trying to find Morgan, and he was.
So what do the Braves do on 4th and 7 from the 21?
Score, hopefully.
Well, that would be the best idea. Looks like they were going to line up for a field goal. This would be a 38-yard kick.
38-yard field goal.
Anguiano to kick from the hold of Declan Sparrow. Kick is away. Kick
High
is
enough.
good. Well done. So with just under 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, the Braves extend their lead. It's now Lompoc 9, Bishop Diego 3. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judith E's back at the studio. And we're glad you're with us. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure to bring you Lompoc and Cabrillo football games all season long.
We mentioned Leandre Coleman's older brother. Well, Cameron's older brother, Willie Irabaran, got a scholarship to Humboldt State, but ended up tearing up his shoulder. But ran into him on our trip down to Simi, and he is working on his final semester of a degree in kinesiology. So, go Willie.
Kickoff goes into the end zone for the touchback, and why they line up, you can tell our folks what that is. Kinesiology?
The study of body movement.
Ah.
So basically, things like athletic training.
Okay. Could have just said so. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Bishop Diego Cardinals from their own 20-yard line. 5:50 to go until halftime. Braves leading 9-3. Interesting score.
Yeah, who's pitching?
I know. One receiver to either side for the Cardinals. Lined up in the shotgun, and a man in motion. Fake handoff, quarterback keeper.
And they kept him.
They kept him real close to the line of scrimmage, a gain of 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Made by John Jayton.
Give him 2 out to the 22 to make it 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals.
2nd down and 9.
Two receivers set, both up to the right. High formation. Well, shotgun formation. Fake the handoff. Under pressure, rolling. Sacked back at the 17. Who got him?
That's number 50.
That's number 50. Guess
Right.
who?
Giovanni Lucatero. That's another one of those we got to be careful with because his older brother, Johnny, also was kind of a sack master.
You get to thinking that
down in 13.
playing Braves football is a family tradition around our part.
Yeah, you kind of begin to suspect that. About 4.5 minutes remaining in the half. Braves starting to establish a little bit of control, but
it's 3rd down and about 13.
One play away.
Two receivers up top, again from the shotgun. Rolling right, stops. Throws this one down the far sideline, out of bounds, incomplete at about the 45.
Yeah.
Foot incomplete. Bring on the play was Ryan Morgan.
And that will bring up 4th down and another punting situation here for the Cardinals. Clock stopped with 4:10, I think that says, remaining until halftime.
Your guess is as good as mine. I kind of see 3 sort of angular shapes there.
Note to self, bring binoculars next time we're on the roof over here. Punting from just outside the end zone. Morgan back just across the 50 this time. See if he gets an opportunity to return one. Low snap, picked up, however, kick is away. Kind of a line drive kick.
Bouncing about the 45 and roll to the other one.
Ryan will get out of the way, and this one will roll dead at the Lompoc 43. Pretty similar outcome to last time. That's where the Braves will take over 1st and 10 with 4:01 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Lompoc with a 9-3 lead here at La Playa Stadium.
Return for Lompoc at their 43.
Braves 5th possession. And they've got a little over 4 minutes to do something with it.
Gary Barron comes trotting in from the sideline with the play, and we'll see what they come up with on 1st down. Morgan will come out here wide right.
And they've got that offset eye thing going on again.
One man in motion. Makes the handoff. Here, Barron will keep it. He's going to get bottled up, cuts it back to the other direction, and we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Whole lot of running for not a whole lot of yardage. Maybe a yard if they're a bit generous.
Yeah, they might give him one. Oh.
Yeah, half of one.
Tackle was made by Marcus Chin.
We're going to call that no gain, 2nd and 10 from the 43. Braves quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Barron trying to draw him off sides again. Almost got some movement.
Moves Tenorio over to the other side.
Now takes a shotgun snap. Another pass out here to Morgan, completed midfield and tackled immediately.
And there were basically 3 guys covering them that time. He still made the tackle, and they tried to knock the ball away and strip the ball, and were unsuccessful on both.
The ball right at midfield. 3rd down and 3 for the Braves. 2:45 left here until halftime. I'm going to call that the Braves 50. Three receivers set for Lompoc, 2 wides, 1 in the slot on the far side. Now Tenorio in motion. Fake the handoff to him. Barron will cut it inside.
And he's very close to a first down. Mighty mark just a smidgen short. He's going to be real close.
Need to get down to about the 47.
And I think we're going to have a measurement. Oh,
first down.
Tennessee got it.
Got just enough. The ball across the inside the 47. First down, Braves from there.
2 minutes plus.
Braves in no particular hurry. They'll send 1 receiver wide to either side. Barron under center this time. Standard I formation. Fakes to Coleman. Rolls right. Throws complete. That's Declan Sparrow on the catch. The ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Cardinals at the 20.
Just did stay in bounds.
The ball rolled down the sideline after the fumble for a couple of yards and was picked up or fallen on just before it went out of bounds to give the Cardinals possession. Well-designed play that would have picked up a first down and put the Braves in good shape, but a hit jars the ball loose.
Nice block out there by Ryan Morgan, too, to spring him for about an additional 10 yards.
So that turnover monster from last week has reemerged here late in the first half tonight. And give Bishop Diego a 1st and 10 at their own 20. They still got 1:36 to see what they can do. 2 wides, under center. Drops back, throws deep across the middle of the field, incomplete.
Ryan Flood incomplete.
Joe Schumer back in coverage for the Braves. It'll be 2nd and 10. Clock stop with 1:29 remaining in the half. 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Speaking of turnovers, this would be an excellent time for one.
It would. 2nd and 10, 1 receiver wide to either side.
Pick 6 would be really nice.
Pitch to the deep back.
Ooh!
Great defensive penetration by the Braves. And he'll get stopped at the 16-yard line.
And Coleman took him and basically just drove him back about 10 yards and dumped him on the about the 9.
And a timeout called by the Braves to stop the clock with 1:22 left. They want to get that ball back before halftime. It'll be a 3rd down and about 14 for the Cardinals when we come back.
That's the Braves first.
Guess the Braves can stop this a couple more times and see if they can redeem themselves from that turnover.
Yeah.
The ball now at the 16-yard line. And that was a great defensive play by the Braves.
Yeah.
So far, Braves not having a whole lot of trouble with that big line of the Cardinals.
Yeah, and Coleman came on a blitz from the left side, and he raced through there like a coal train going through a crossing up in the mountains. He was rolling, and there wasn't nothing stopping him.
And after they called that timeout, I tell you what, the Braves coaching staff were out on the field just showing appreciation for that effort.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons Levon Coleman is on some watch lists.
Okay, here we go. 3rd down and 14. 2 receivers up top, 1 here to the near side. We are in the shotgun. Looking pass all the way.
Pressure again.
Complete out to the far side on the screen. Across the 20, down to about the 22, but we have a flag in the backfield at about the 5-yard line.
I think we have a hold.
Flag on the play.
Indeed. Good call, Mike. Holding Cardinals. That will negate the completion.
Completion was only out to about the 21, 22 maybe.
Just past the original line of scrimmage. But now it's going to be 4th down. Braves will decline the penalty. 4th and 11 from the 21. And I do not see the punting unit. Timeout Braves with 1:11 remaining in the half. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
Braves with 1 timeout remaining. Clock stop with 1:11 left until the half. Lompoc up 9-3. And trying to get the ball back one more time before half.
And it will be 4th and a really long 9.
And it looks as though the punting unit will, in fact, come out. Be a good time for a block, Mike.
Or a return. I could take either one.
Haven't had much luck on the return side tonight so far.
Santi Inez leads Santa Maria 20-0 at Dave Boyd Field. I'll learn to have a talk one of these days.
Morgan back at his 45 to receive the kick. Braves have gotten pretty good pressure when they've tried.
And instead of having somebody cover in the center, they moved the center guy over to help on the outside right. But
and Morgan will have to let this one roll, and it takes a nice roll.
Very nice roll.
Inside the 30, and we'll be down at the 28-yard line of the Braves.
14-yard roll from the 42 to the 28.
So that was a effective punt by the Cardinals to put the Braves back in their own territory. Give them a long way to go. Exactly 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. The Braves now 72 yards away from points before halftime.
This would be an excellent time for that 1 minute, one timeout, 70-yard drive.
Forever the optimist, Mikey. Braves spread the field with 4 receivers, 1 up top, 3 here to the near side. Iribarren in the shotgun. Keeps it himself. Finds the corner on the far sideline.
Gets a block and out of bounds.
Flag down at the 25, however. And this was going to come back on a hold against the Braves. That play cost us 8 seconds. And some yardage.
Yeah, he picked up 9 on the run, but the hold will take it all the way back to this 15.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah, that hurts. The only good news out of that, it's still first down. And the clock is stopped, and we didn't use the timeout. So I guess there's more good news than that. 4 receivers again for the Braves.
Same play.
Here, Barron turns the corner on the far side, doesn't get near as much.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Got
get
about 4.
Like Adrian Sirocco.
just short of the 20 goes Ira Barron. Clock running, approaching 30 seconds. Braves with 1 timeout left.
Sirocco on the stop. He's been all over the field in this first half.
Looking down on 19.
Braves don't look like they're going to option to use that last timeout.
Under 20 seconds. I think we'll have a pass attempt here. And
only 1 receiver in the slot. We'll just stick to the ground game. Run right up the middle. We go inside, across the 20 to about the 24.
Scenario again.
Oscar will pick up about 4, maybe 5. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. 2 quarters, 24 minutes in the books here at La Playa tonight. Our halftime score, the Lompoc Braves 9, the Bishop Diego Cardinals 3. And we will send it back to the studio for some pertinent information about what's going on in and around the Lompoc Valley. And we will join you for the second half in about 15 minutes or so. Thanks for being with us. Our halftime score once again, the Lompoc Braves 9, Bishop Diego Cardinals 3. We'll see you for the second half, folks.
I got smart about mortgages. Now, it's my house I go home to.
I got smart about college. Now my kid's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org.
I got smart about health insurance. Now both my finances and I are healthy.
Smartaboutmoney.org is a free online resource from the National Endowment for Financial Education. We're an independent nonprofit foundation dedicated to helping people just like you get sound information about money.
I got smart about protecting my job. Now, I'm doing better than ever.
For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you're looking for.
I got smart about credit cards. Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org. The easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Hey, football fans, do you have friends or family that live out of town but still like to follow Lompoc Valley football? Let them know that KPEG's game coverage is also streaming live on the web. Just send them to kpegradio.com and they can catch all of the action no matter where they are. That's kpegradio.com, brought to you by your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG. By now, you've probably figured out that KPEG is not your ordinary average radio station. In fact, we're anything but ordinary. First, you'll never ever hear a commercial on KPEG. We're all about the music. And how about that music? We play more music with more variety than any other station in the area. And not just the standard tunes you hear everywhere else. Sure, we play rock and oldies and your favorite classic rock songs, but we'll also introduce you to some deep tracks that you might not have heard. Some new rock, and even some bands that are a bit off the mainstream. That's what makes KPEG so unique. Well, that and our exclusive live sports coverage. But the point is that KPEG is different by design. Enjoy it. We're 100.9 KPEG.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over... Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We hope you are enjoying tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Bishop Diego Cardinals. Next week, we'll be back home at Houck Stadium as the Lompoc Braves play host to the Arroyo Grande Eagles. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:45 with an exclusive interview of Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Then it's game on at 7 o'clock. Join us next Friday night as the Lompoc Braves take on the Arroyo Grande Eagles, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
The City Council meetings are your window into how Lompoc works. You can even speak to the council and let them know how you feel. But if you can't be there in person, you can always follow along on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and the web at cityoflompoc.com. That's right, we'll be there on the first and third Tuesday of every month, bringing you all the comments, discussions, and votes. So tune in for a live trimulcast of your City Council meetings, only on TAP TV, KPEG Radio, and cityoflompoc.com.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
Don't have a car? Too far to walk? Bike in the shop? Welcome aboard Colt, the City of Lompoc Transit. Sit back and let us do the driving. Colt serves the communities of Lompoc, Mission Hills, and Vandenberg Village. We offer comfort, low fares, convenience, free transfers, and great service. For more information and free trip planning assistance, give us a call at 736-7666 or visit us on the web at cityoflompoc.com/transit.
So, you want to know what's new on KPEG? Well, we've created the perfect solution, and we call it KPEG New Tracks. Every week, we'll showcase some of the new songs we've recently added to the mix, plus preview some tracks that haven't even made it into rotation yet. From indie to heavy metal, you'll hear some great new additions to the library, complete with artist and song title information. And who knows, one of them may turn out to be your next favorite song. Can you afford not to listen? It's KPEG New Tracks. Catch it every Friday night at 6 p.m., right here on your home for the greatest collection of rock and roll on the planet, 100.9 KPEG.
Hello, I'm Jasmine McGinty, Development Program Specialist with the City of Lompoc. Let's tune in to what's happening in Lompoc. Our fall swimming lesson registration is now open. View the schedule online at cityoflompoc.com and also expect our activity guide to hit mailboxes any day now. Next month, the Recreation Division is planning on hosting their first ever family dance party with the theme Totally 80s. The event will be held on Friday, September 28th and is open to all ages. Cost is just $10 per adult and $5 per child. Professional photos will be available for purchase through Maria Vega Photography. District elections are around the corner in Lompoc. To help inform our community about this new district election process, we've created a district elections webpage linked from the cityoflompoc.com. Visit our City of Lompoc website at cityoflompoc.com for more information on all these great events and more. And be sure to follow the City of Lompoc on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for all of the latest news in the city. Thank you for joining me for the City of Lompoc News Update. We'll talk to you next time when we tune in Lompoc.
Rich is just a really good guy. The term good egg isn't enough to describe him. He's also certified organic and free range. Rich puts the cap back on everything. The toothpaste, the olive oil, the shampoo, everything. He lets his 10-year-old nephew beat him at virtual tennis, even though he can straight up slay his 10-year-old nephew in virtual tennis. When the toilet paper is running low, Rich replaces the roll on the actual holder, not just on the back of the toilet. Rich is texting and driving. Rich? No. What are you doing, Rich? I was just telling everyone how great you are. Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
I shop and cook for my mom every week.
I help my dad pay his bills.
I take my wife to the doctor.
Am I a caregiver?
Are you caring for a senior parent, spouse, or friend? Do you spend time helping with meals, shopping, or personal care? Are you stressed? Do you have less time for yourself? You are not alone. Nearly 1 in 6 people in Lompoc are caregivers. Visit caringtogetherlompoc.org or call 925-9554.
We hope you are enjoying tonight's game featuring the Lompoc Braves and the Bishop Diego Cardinals. Next week, we'll be back home at Houck Stadium as the Lompoc Braves play host to the Arroyo Grande Eagles. Pre-game coverage starts at 6:45 with an exclusive interview of Braves head coach Andrew Jones. Then it's game on at 7 o'clock. Join us next Friday night as the Lompoc Braves take on the Arroyo Grande Eagles, right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Dave, what are you doing?
Just sending a gift to Dave 2037.
Who?
Me in the future. I save a little money from every paycheck as a gift to Dave 2037, so he can spend it on things like anti-gravity boots or a hologram Doberman, something cool like that. I think Dave 2037 deserves it. He worked hard. What are you getting Steve 2037?
I guess I was thinking Steve 2037 would just fend for himself.
Well, all right, but don't expect to be borrowing my anti-gravity boots.
You want to have money in your future? You got to start saving now. Putting some money from every paycheck into a savings account or contributing to your 401k can make a big difference later. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org.
Hey, let's just hope Steve 2037 doesn't get his hands on a cool time machine, because he is going to come back here and knock some sense into you.
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Casey Farah, your host for KPEG's Local Music Hour. Playing music from Lompoc and the surrounding cities. Every Saturday at 7 p.m. Right here on KPEG 100.9 FM.
Hey Lompoc, now that your newest, bestest, most favoritist radio station is up and running, why not put us to work? If your organization has a nonprofit event or fundraiser coming up, let KPEG help spread the word. Just submit your public service announcement at least 2 weeks in advance and we'll handle the rest. Call us at 875-2750 for details. That's 875-2750. After all, KPEG is your community radio station. Serving you is what we do. You're listening to the Game of the Week on KPEG. It's halftime, so grab a snack, refresh your beverage, then settle back into your favorite chair. The second half kickoff is coming up soon, right here on 100.9 FM KPEG.
So you see, son, good manners are very, very important. Someday, many years from now, when you're a grown-up, you'll be a man. And when you are, you should be a gentleman. Do you want me to go through it one more time?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, and excuse me. Sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If a door's shut, then knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't speak with your mouth full, don't reach across people's plates, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. While we're at it, don't stare, don't use foul language, don't call people names, but do remember people's names. Always share your toys, play nice, and cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give up your seat to anyone who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you'd like to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
And stop picking your nose.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
The World Wide Web has many things to offer, and one of those things is Tap TV. Just surf your browser to cityoflompoc.com/taptv. Click on any one of our 3 channels and you will see original, locally produced television. Between shows, we have a bulletin board loaded with announcements and events in Lompoc, with rockin' KPEG radio as the soundtrack. It doesn't stop there. You can make your own TV show. Just stop by the Lompoc Media Center at 125 West Walnut on the 3rd floor of the Anderson Rec Center, and we'll show you how.
Well, welcome back to La Playa Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Our halftime score is the Braves 9, the Cardinals 3. It has been kind of an interesting game, Mike. A little chess match, perhaps? I don't know.
Well, not a whole lot of offense, really. The Braves put together one drive, and that was pretty much it. Both teams took advantage of some miscues by the other side for field goals, and
I understand there's a lot of offense going on around the Central Coast, however. You got some scores to report?
there is indeed, and we'll start with 8-man football, where Kate defeated Orcutt Academy 62-30. Speaking of scoring, Laguna Blanca knocked off VCA from Santa Maria 42-20. In the third quarter, Rigetti leads Pioneer Valley 21-0. Carpinteria leads CVC 28-6. Ventura leads Dos Pueblos 7-6. Both those games also in the third quarter. No score from San Marcos, San Luis Obispo yet. Napomo is now up 21-13 on Golden West. Santa Ynez leads Santa Maria 20-0. Independence leads Arroyo Grande 14-7. The St. Joe Knights are ahead 24-10 over Garces. Mission Prep is tearing apart Kern Valley 42-7. And we're still showing a 0-0 score between Santa Barbara and Channel Islands. Rio Mesa leads Cabrillo 15-0. Templeton leads Mendota 7-6 in the second quarter. Stockdale is ahead of Atascadero 29-14. El Diamante is up 10-3 on Paso. And as you mentioned earlier, Lompoc leads Bishop Diego 9-3.
Teams just taking the field here, getting ready to stretch out and warm up to start the second half. We're just a minute or two away from that. Have a wonderful crowd here at La Playa tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Lots of folks in blue and white made the trip down the excuse me, down the 101 to enjoy this game this evening. As did we, and the Braves are looking a little fired up there to start the second half.
Mm-hmm. Decent.
Nothing spectacular to report. There's not so many tremendous amount of offensive numbers to tell you about.
It did have a couple decent runs by Coleman, but nothing real earth-shaking.
Just enough to get the job done so far. The Braves will be kicking off to start the second half.
We mentioned earlier that the Cardinals are in a tough league. They're in the Camino League with Cabrillo, Moore Park, Grace Brethren, Thousand Oaks, and themselves, and they have to finish in the top two to earn an automatic bid. Everybody in that league has at some point in the last 10, 15 years won a CIF championship.
Wow. And we are underway to start the third quarter. A low line drive kick fielded on the run at the 8-yard line. Trying to get to the outside. Going to get bottled up and run out of bounds at about the 30.
Run out of bounds by Vic Dominguez.
About a 20-yard return.
Vic Dominguez finally pushed him out.
So the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10, the ball at their own 30-yard line.
Be their sixth possession. 11:48.
They have a field goal and a missed field goal to their credit tonight.
Mm-hmm. And a couple of punts.
So here we go to start the third quarter. One receiver to the left. Little pitch. And a gain of a couple.
Adrian Sirocco brought down by Leandre.
Sirocco on the carry, gets out to the 33. Coleman on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And Sirocco and Coleman have spent an inordinate amount of time together tonight.
Mm-hmm. They're going to be best buddies after this, right?
Yeah. May have to exchange uniform parts or something. It's like, I think you left this embedded in my chest. And, oh, yeah, I got one of yours, too.
2 receivers to either side for the Cardinals, operating out of the shotgun. Looks left, rolls right. Now under pressure.
Throws deep
down the middle. Got a man at the 35, complete, and down at the 29-yard line. Got a couple of steps behind the defense.
I think we have a flag back here. Yes, we do.
Tackle was made by Ryan Morgan. There was a flag on the play.
This one's coming back. Flag down at the 43.
Yep. The play went down to just outside the Lompoc 30.
By far the biggest play of the Cardinals offense tonight, and it's going to be called back
receiver down
on an ineligible receiver call. Wow.
2nd down and 11.
So the ball back at the 29 now. 2nd down and 11. Four receivers set once again. I'd be surprised if they try the same play again. One man in motion. He'll get the carry.
Trying to pitch it outside.
Picks up a block from his quarterback and gets out to the 35.
And Randy brings him down.
Randy to stop him. Down in 5.
Ball at the 35, 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals. 2 minutes into the third quarter.
Big play here.
Braves could use a stop about now.
Cardinals had a big emotional play taken away, and if they can't get the first down here, it will dump them a bit further.
One man in motion.
Pitch to the other side. Oh, nice.
Cuts it inside, picks up a block, powers through another tackle and gets all the way out to the 47-yard line.
Tackle by Jesus Morales.
He made a couple of moves in there that were as good as you're going to see.
The 47-yard line.
Nice play gives the Cardinals a first down at their own 47. And they needed that.
Yep. I'd remind you the 50-50 raffle will be held at the end of the third period. By the way, you still have somebody's keys up here. If you're missing your keys.
Two receivers to the far side, one wide, one slot. Working from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeps it himself. Rolling to the far side. Gets tackled by the ankles at midfield.
Pick up of about 3.
That's Oscar Tenorio on the stop again. Does a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
About 3 yards on that one to the 50. 2nd and 7.
All just on the Cardinal side of the line.
Is that the Cardinal 50?
Yeah, nose touching it.
Okay. Call it the Cardinal 50. 2nd and 7.
We had some guys moving there. And
Off a right tackle, forward progress across midfield, just barely in the Lompoc territory.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on there.
About the same distance on the Lompoc side as it was before the play. Maybe a little more.
We'll give him a yard.
It was not a whole lot.
3rd down and 7-ish at the Brave 49.
If I were feeling a little playful, I'd say he got maybe a skosh and a half.
Skosh 0.5.
Oh.
Quarterback has to dump this one away to avoid the pressure. Great.
Ooh. And there were a slew of Braves in there. Somebody left the gate open and they went charging through it.
Coleman was one of them. I think Lucatera might have been back there as well for the Braves. Forces the incompletion and brings up the punting situation. Morgan will go back to his 15.
Morgan back deep for the Braves.
And I'm still waiting for a return. Right?
Maybe now. Runner back at the 35. Good snap. No real pressure by the Braves this time. Well, angle this kick, trying to get away from Morgan. He'll go over and fair catch it at the 12.
Yeah. They've done a real good job of covering kicks tonight.
Fair catch by Ryan Morgan.
0 punt return yards for the Braves this evening so far. About 7:26, I think it says, remaining here in the third quarter. Almost halfway through this third.
Mm-hmm. Braves will take over on their own 13, excuse me.
Their first possession of the second half. 2 receivers up top. Makes the handoff to Coleman, and Iribarren will keep it himself out to about the 19.
Takes a pretty good sized hit.
Pops right up, however. He's a youngster, he can take it.
Second down and 4.
Remember, Cameron is just a junior, 6 foot, 170 pounds. He'll be back to play again next year.
Mm-hmm. Pickup of about 6, and that didn't look like he was getting that much, but he's got some sort of sneaky speed.
Yep. Coleman, I think, on the carry. Yep, he gets across the 20 to about the 22.
Close to breaking it, but couldn't quite get past that last guy. Trying to sneak through a pretty small hole.
Down there 1.
Going to be about a yard shy of a first down. 3rd and 1 from the 22. Iribarren will bring the play in from the sideline.
Mm-hmm. He gets to run an awful lot during the game because basically at the end of the play, he runs over to the sideline and they tell him, and he runs back out, tells everybody else.
I'd hate to see his step count for the day.
Ooh, Morgan on the sweep.
He'll get the first down out close to the 25-yard line. That'll move the chains for the Braves. 1st and 10 from the 25.
Made by Marcus Chan.
We've hit the halfway mark here in the third quarter. This one going by pretty quickly. Official timeout on the field. Stops the clock with 5:53 left here in the third. And now they'll whistle the ball ready for play.
And it's right at the 25.
Don't forget, folks, next week we will be back on the air from Houck Stadium. Cover the Braves' home opener of the season as they host the Arroyo Grande Eagles. Hope you can join us for that one.
It should be quite a barn burner.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to that one. First down, Braves. Coleman breaking tackles across the 35, out close to the 40-yard line. Leandre imitating his older brother a little bit on that one. Looked a bit like Levon.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10.
Another first down for the Braves at the 39-yard line now.
5:16 remaining. And I'm reliably informed that Leandre is getting close to the 100-yard mark.
Ah. Two receivers. We'll keep it on the ground some more.
Yeah.
Iribarren trying to spin away from pressure and will get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Yeah. Might have got a smidgen.
The tackle is Harrison Crawley. Second down and 10.
Yeah, I'm not going to give him a smidgen. 2nd and 10. Smidgen just a little bit too generous on that one, Mike.
Yeah. An iota?
Perhaps.
About the best that can be said is that the down marker is a fraction in front of the first down marker. So
two receivers here to the near side, one man in motion. Keep the ball on the ground. Looks like Coleman again.
He managed to break a couple tackles and pick up a 2-3 or so.
Looks like he got out to about the 44. We'll give him 5 on that one. And it'll be a 3rd and 5. You've got less than 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it just started a minute ago.
Yeah.
This one's moving right along.
Neither team really showing a lot of urgency in getting plays off.
3rd and 5 for the Braves. Iribarren fakes the handoff, rolls left, throws on the run, incomplete.
Dropped.
John Gayton, the intended receiver, running across the pattern and couldn't hang on.
It might have been a smidgen behind where he wanted it, but that was easily a catchable ball.
Incomplete pass brings up 4th down for the Braves. Looks like they'll punt this one away.
Braves get to continue their adventures in punting. Hopefully successfully.
Deep man back at the 25. Whistles. Timeout. Cardinals.
Interesting.
Stops the clock with 3:20 remaining in the third.
That's
Braves with a 9-3 lead.
Bishop's first timeout of the half.
You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
And on KTNK, 1410 AM, on the Braves Radio Network.
Don't forget, we're streaming live at kpegradio.com as well. Live and worldwide on the web.
And you can check out gamecasts of yore on YouTube as well.
Of your what?
Of your.
Oh, with a Y.
Yes. The Y-O-R-E.
The Y-O-R-E, yeah.
We're an educational broadcast.
That's right.
Have to throw in some vocabulary words every once in a while.
What was that one we had earlier about the
kinesiology?
Kinesiology, yeah.
Yeah, the science and study of the movement of the body.
Do not ask me to spell that.
Starts with a K.
Okay, so the Braves are going to punt. Is that Sparrow back to do it? Maybe. Good snap, nice kick. Fielded at the 25. Gets away from one tackler, but not another.
And another, and another.
Finally down at the 27, just a 2-yard return. Did a lot of dodging and weaving there, but they only picked up 2 yards.
G making a stop along with Aaron Nunez. The 50-50 raffle ticket.
So,
winner,
the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line with just over 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Braves leading 9-3.
Red ticket 4798720. 4798720. Come to the press box to collect the 50-50.
Should have bought my 50-50
red ticket 4798720.
You would have had to go up and down the ladder and stuff again, Greg.
Hey, we're young. We can handle that.
Okay. When did we become young again?
Sweeping here to the right. Flag comes flying as the ball carrier goes down in the
Loss of a
backfield
couple.
for a loss.
Tackled by Nick
Dominguez gets him by the ankles. See what the penalty's about. Loss is back to the 20-yard line, 25. This is going to go against the Cardinals. False start.
Penalty is declined.
Braves will decline the penalty and take the play. That's a good call for a loss of 3. Second down on 13. The ball at the 25 now. Clock now running. 3 minutes left here in the third. And you're right, Mike. Not a lot of urgency felt by either one of these squads this evening. Cardinals will send 2 receivers up top. Actually 3. Tight end, slot receiver, and 1 wide. 1 here to the near side as well. From the shotgun, rolling left. Looking, throwing deep down the far sideline. Overthrows everybody at the 40. 2 receivers in the vicinity. And that will bring up 3rd down and 13.
Down in 13.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:28 remaining here in the third. Braves holding on to a 9-3 lead. Neither team showing a whole lot of offensive prowess this evening. Three receivers to the left for the Cardinals. Working out of the shotgun. Rolling left.
Pressure from Coleman.
Coleman can't get him quite in time. Pass is off the turf and incomplete.
Coleman hit him just as he was throwing.
DeAndre tracking him down from the rear back side as well, showing some of that Coleman speed. Forces the incompletion and brings up 4th down and another punting situation for the Cardinals.
Carpinteria is up 41-6. Dos Pomos has taken the lead 23-17 against Ventura in the 4th quarter. Napomo is up 35-13 on Golden West. San Ynez is now up 36-0 on Santa Maria in the 4th quarter. Arroyo Grande has taken the lead against Independence 21-14. Mission Prep 42-14 over Kern Valley. That's a final. And we had a score from Santa Barbara 54-3.
Punt is away and rolling around on the Lompoc side of the 50 and will be down to around the 45.
Well, the Braves got a little bit of a help on that one as it kind of rolled back.
A tiny Braves roll, yeah. But again, no return. Oh, better shape than we thought. Put it at the Lompoc 48. First down, Braves from there with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Braves on their 8th possession.
You're bearing in. Here comes a scenario. The Braves will line up. And flags come in before this play even gets underway.
Yeah, I think we have a timeout because the coaches were out there awfully fast.
Okay, timeout will come before the flags.
The Teddy Bear Cancer Foundation is boosted up next to the skybox.
2:07 left here in the third. Braves up 9-3. You're listening to the game of the week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back at the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you being here tonight and all season long.
Some more scores. Templeton 14-12 over Mendota. Atascadero trails Stockdale 36-14. Paso Robles is tied with El Diamante at 10. And the one I'm sure everybody wants to know about, Cabrillo trails Rio Mesa in the fourth quarter 22-6.
We have some more Cabrillo games on our broadcast schedule for you Conch fans. In 2 weeks from tonight, we will be back at Houck when Buena will be visiting the Conquistadors.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a tough one for Cabrillo.
Back here to La Playa, Braves back to pass. Here, Barron going deep for Morgan. Complete at the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Braves. It's a little hand fighting around the 15-yard line when that ball was there. Yeah. Morgan came up with it and then fought off two would-be tackles to fight his way into the end zone for the score.
Yep, 52 yards.
And a nice heave by Cameron Earbaron as well. Mm-hmm. And Morgan went up and did the muscle work on it.
Minute 55.
So 15-3 with the point after coming. There's a snap. The kick is a line drive just over the crossbar, and it is good. Anguiano gets it to go, and it is now 16-3 Braves with 1:55 left in the third.
That kick looked like one of your drives, Greg.
My drives don't go that far.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you've been known to hit it over the duck pond at least once a year.
Only when the wind is right. 1:55 left here in the third quarter. The Braves put one in on a nice pass from Earbaron to Morgan. And it's now 16-3 Lompoc. So, Mike, if you're the Cardinals, how do you generate something here? You really haven't been able to do anything all night.
No, they haven't. And I'm not really sure what the solution is.
The Braves have been getting terrific pressure in the backfield.
Yeah, and they haven't really been able to run anywhere effectively in the middle. So
kickoff fielded at the 2, trying to get a wedge on the far side. Gets a little gap across the 25 and out to about the 27-yard line.
Ryan Plug brought down by Nick Dominguez.
Nick Dominguez down there on coverage for the Braves makes the stop. And they'll put the ball at the 26-yard line. First down. Cardinals from there with 1:44 remaining here in the third.
And that's been about the the most successful play that the Cardinals have had is returning kicks.
Kickoff return, yeah, that's about right. 4 receivers for the Cardinals, 2 to either side. From the shotgun, looking to pass on first down. Good protection this time. Heaves it down the near sideline. Picked off. That's Dominguez on the interception at the 45, and he's down.
And we've got a couple flags come in late. I think they're going to attack 15 on, headed back towards the Bishop Diego end.
And speaking of wounded ducks, that was one of them.
Yeah.
Pass kind of fluttered around up there, and Dominguez able to get under it for the pick.
Inside the 45.
No penalties enforced. Okay.
Okay, we're going to wave them off.
So first and 10 for the Braves from their own 45-yard line after the pick. 1 turnover apiece now for these teams. Coleman gets to the corner, running down the sideline, finally knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And the Braves starting to get a little momentum here in the third.
Yeah, and if they can stick this one in, I think that will just about do it.
Timeout. Cardinals. Clock stop with 1:26 remaining here in the third. You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
We are live from La Playa Stadium here at beautiful Santa Barbara City College. And we'll be back one of these days. Looking at some of the rankings here. Bishop Diego comes into tonight's game ranked 10th in Division 4. While the Braves sit at number 16 in Division 3.
Yeah. They should move up a little bit. And to show you what that's like in Division 3, there's only 19 teams in Division 3, and the Braves came in ranked 16th. So not a whole lot of respect there.
That would be the... There goes Iribarren, diving for the goal line. Did he get in?
And they're checking with each other.
Yes. Touchdown, Braves. And that was a fake handoff to the left. Iribarren just curls out all by himself on the far side, and nobody saw him.
And the guy he faked to got absolutely crushed and would have lost about 6 yards if he had the ball. But
what a nice fake by Cameron.
He's a really good ball handler.
Braves on the board again is 22-3. Here comes the PAT. Low snap, put down nicely, however.
Oh.
This is a nice looking kick.
That was a very nice looking kick. That went through just below the top of the uprights. Dead center. That may be the best kick we've seen from the Braves all season.
Alberto Anguiano with the kick, and it is good. 23-3 now. And the Braves taking control here with 1:11 remaining in the third.
Yeah, Braves have run 3 plays in the last 33 seconds and scored 14 points.
That's the way to get it done. And the cheerleaders down on the track doing 1 kick for every point, so they're going to get a little bit of a workout here, up to 23. They're in better shape than I.
Not that that's a difficult task.
This is true.
High kick, taken.
Fielded at the 7.
Guy crossing over.
And he's going to get tripped up by the turf monster at the 14.
Yeah.
Turf reached up and grabbed him. Ryan Flood on the return. And the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10 at their 14 with just over a minute remaining here in the third quarter.
So it'll be their 9th possession.
Came up with a field goal early and have been shut down ever since. From under center, one man in motion, one right receiver. Pitch to the back. Wiggles his way through a little gap and now across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Sirocco on the carry, gets 2.
Corrales making the tackle.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
And down and 8.
And we've seen this defense, when they get a little bit of offensive support, their confidence just seems to boom and they start clamping down on people.
Second down, one man in motion, wide receiver up top, sticking to the ground game. Pick up a few more out to just across the 20. Sirocco again. Put it at the 21. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 as we wind down the final seconds here of the third quarter. And that'll bring the third quarter to a close. 3 done here at La Playa. Our score is the Braves 23 and the Cardinals 3. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
Rigetti is now up 35-0 on Pioneer Valley. Carpinteria won 41-6. And we have a real barn burner going on down at Werribee. Dos Pueblos is now down 23-24 to Ventura. The Pueblos is up 35-20 on Golden West. San Ynez 36-0 over Santa Maria in the fourth. Arroyo Grande still leads 21-14 in the fourth quarter. Mission Prep is defeated Kern Valley 42-14. Rio Mesa is up 29-6 on Cabrillo in the fourth quarter. Templeton is up 21-12 on Mendota. Stockdale, that's the same score from earlier, 36-14 over Atascadero. El Diamante has retaken the lead against Paso, 17-10 in the fourth quarter.
That San Ynez score you mentioned, Mike, is an indication that the Pirates are going to be one of the teams to watch in the Channel League, I think.
Well, they need to finish in the top 3 to guarantee themselves a playoff spot.
That's one thing about having a 6-team league. Quarterback scrambling to the far side will run out of bounds across the 20 at about the 22.
Will run out of bounds by Nick Dominguez.
Looks to be just shy of a first.
Once again, raffle ticket, red ticket, 4798.
Picked up about a yard and a half on 3rd and 3. So.
Red ticket.
4th down and a long 1.
Good meter.
Yeah, that's good. All just shy of the 23. Need to get to the 24.
They're going to come out into punt formation. Morgan back at his own 45. Well, keeps wandering around back here a little bit. Finally stopped.
Morgan still looking for his first opportunity for a punt return tonight.
Yeah, he comes up a couple of yards.
Plenty of time to kick this one away. Nice kick.
Yeah, fair catch again.
Morgan has to back up and take that one at the 40.
Instead at the 40-yard line.
So the Braves will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40. Nice catch there by Morgan, by the way. And then to do that one over his head a little bit.
Going to put the ball just touching the 40.
First down Braves just underway here in the third quarter. 23-3 is our score. Lompoc leads.
4th, Greg.
4th? What did I say?
3rd.
Oh, that's 4th.
They just changed hands.
Yeah, that's right.
11:43 in the 4th.
Okay, the Braves will send receivers one to either side. Morgan being here on the near side.
Offside line.
Hand off to the man in motion. He'll cut it inside and pick up a couple.
Joe Schumer brought down by Marcus Chan.
That was Schumer, stopped by Chan, and Chan was right there in the hole waiting for him. And it's kind of miraculous he managed to pick up a couple.
I think they were waiting for that one. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 42.
Braves in no hurry to get anything done here. Just trying to make sure they don't use too much time, but
Vera Barron from the shotgun, hands off. There's a nice big gap.
oh, great block.
That's Coleman inside the 40 to the 39.
And the first guy to make contact was able to get him down, but that was at the 39-yard line of the Cardinal.
I wouldn't be surprised if Leandre Coleman has made it over the 100-yard mark now. Substantially over 100, as a matter of fact.
142 we're being told.
Yeah. Our good friend Zoe from the record here, helping us with stats.
10:53 and counting.
First down, Braves from the 39.
And counting.
And that's the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, I think Cameron's going over there and making journal entries on the sideline before he comes back out. He's not in any hurry.
Well, now we got whistles. Looks like the Braves coaching staff is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I think it got a little too close there. Yeah, okay. Well,
clock stop, 10:27 left here in the game. Or in regulation, shall I say.
That's their second timeout.
I thought the Lompoc team was the one that wanted to run the clock right now.
Well, I think it got a little too close to losing 5 yards, and they went, we'll call the timeout.
10:27 left. First down for the Braves when we come back. Take a look at our broadcast schedule coming up here. Let you know where we're going to be. We can find the right page, that is. There we go. As we mentioned, we'll be at home at Braves hosting Aurora Grande next week. Staying at Halk on the 14th, we'll have Cabrillo hosting Buena on the 21st. Little home stand for us. St. Joe coming to visit the Braves on the 28th. San Ynez Pirates open up league play for Lompoc as they visit Halk Stadium. Then we got Lompoc versus Dos Pueblos. We'll sneak in the San Ynez versus Cabrillo game, San Marcos and Lompoc, and then the big game on the 26th. Here, Barron, back to pass, throwing deep. At the goal line, incomplete, but a flag down at the 11. Little contact there.
Pass intended for Morgan, and there was contact.
See which way this one's going to go. Pass interference. Offensive. So Morgan gets hit with the push off. And I'll mark this one out. And the scrimmage was the 39.
And we have a final from Larrabee Stadium down there in Ventura. Dos Pueblos pulled it out 26-24 over Ventura.
25.
DP, another team to watch in the Channel League this year, for sure. The ball all the way back to the Braves side of the 50 now, the Lompoc 46. First down and about 1.5 miles for the Braves. Here, Barron, inside screen to Coleman, complete.
Oh.
And there goes Leandre Coleman, weaving his way through traffic, sprinting down the far sideline. Touchdown, Braves. And that was a thing of beauty. You don't execute that play any better than you just saw right there.
54 yards.
And the Braves running away with this thing now. It's 29-3 with the point after coming up. Adriano set for the kick. The last one is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
See another one just like that. Good snap. Kick is away. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. And that got clear to the other side of the track.
All the way to the scoreboard almost and still bouncing.
Yeah.
I believe that says exactly 10 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lompoc now leading 30-3. You're listening to the Game of the Week on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
So things kind of quiet in the first half. 9-3 was our halftime score, and now look at it. The Braves have put up 21. And it's 30-3. Braves on top and heading towards a 2-1 record.
Last 3 possessions, the Braves have run 6 plays and scored 3 times.
How do you say it? That will get it done.
Yep. It's starting to verge on dominance a little bit. But,
well, there were some question marks coming into tonight. Some of the size on the side of Bishop Diego was a question as far as if the Braves could deal with it. And guess what?
They did.
They did.
Oh,
kick muffed at the 2, picked it up at the 1. Now he's in trouble and manages to get out to the 15-yard line on what turns out to be a pretty darn good return.
Yep. That was a nice recovery.
Luke Gardner.
Compared to what it could have been. But as it turns out, some relatively poor field position to start this possession for Bishop Diego at their own 15. 1st and 10 from there.
Their 10th possession.
1st and 15 for Bishop at their 15.
10 possessions, 1 field goal early for the Cardinals. They will send a receiver to either side and operate from under center. A little shift. One lone back will get the carry. Big gap, fights his way through. Now it's a foot race at midfield, angling to the sideline.
He may get there.
He's to the 20. He's to the 10. Diving touchdown, Cardinals.
That was Sirocco.
And finally, the Cardinals break one. And that one goes 85 yards for the score. Wow.
All of a sudden, we have big plays breaking out in this game. It's like
nothing at all happened in the first half, and all of a sudden, everybody decided to play football. So it's 30-9.
The offense has suddenly showed up.
Jack Walker is to attempt the extra point.
Sirocco showing some nice speed, outrun 2 Lompoc defenders about 60 yards after he broke free. Here comes the PAT. Kick is away and good.
One attempt is good.
So 9:30 remaining in the fourth. And Bishop Diego finally gets into the end zone. It's Lompoc 30, Bishop Diego 10. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
Don't forget, folks, we've got some special programming coming up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Don't forget to tune in to the local music hour. Guest host Casey Farrell will introduce you to some local musicians playing originally written and produced music right here out of the Lompoc Valley and surrounding cities. LMH, Local Music Hour, exclusively on KPEG, Saturday nights at 7. Back to football we go. Something we haven't seen in a while, a kickoff by the Cardinals. Lots of punts.
Jack Walker's kicking off.
Morgan back deep at his inside his 10. Maybe he'll get a chance to return this one, Mike.
Yeah, it would be nice at some point. You got to.
I'm sure he would like to give one a whirl. Onside kick attempt. Nice bounce. Ball is loose
Covered by Lompoc.
at the 37-yard line.
I think that was Joe Schumer, wasn't it?
Yep, I think that was 15 Schumer. Well executed kick. Bounced over the front line. And it was a race for the ball, and Schumer came up on top of that one. So the Braves will take over at the 37. 9:24 remaining in the fourth.
And as has been stated up here on top of the skybox, Bishop has not quit.
Well, let's see if that touchdown will give their defense a little boost.
Tenorio.
Nice run by Oscar. Gets across the 45 to the 46.
Just shy of the first down. I think it's going to be real close, but I think it's going to be maybe half the length of a football short.
Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 1. Need to get out close to the 47. The ball at the 46. Clock running inside 9 minutes remaining. Bear Baron comes in with the play. Very tight formation for the Braves. Three receivers bunched up to the far side.
Yeah, a tight arrow.
Yep. And a run up the middle. Tenorio again. I don't think he got to the first down marker.
No, he just did get to the marker for the line of scrimmage, but
I'm not sure he even got back to the line of scrimmage. He might have lost about the length of the ball. Either way, it's 3rd down and about a yard.
Same formation for the Braves. Tight arrow left. And in motion across the backfield.
Bear Baron under center. Handoff. Has Tenorio to the right this time.
Nice pickup.
He gets inside the 45 to the 43. And a much needed first down for the Braves.
Along with Lucas Dutcher.
First down Lompoc from the 43-yard line of the Cardinals.
7:55 remaining in regulation. Braves again in no hurry. I think they may be exchanging autographs in the huddle.
Planning on where to go get a burger after the game. Bear Baron fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, spins left, draws a crowd, and gets down close to the 35.
Picks up about 7.
Making the tackle.
A lot of 7s involved there. Bear Baron's number, the yards gained, and the number of guys in on the tackle.
2nd and 3 from the 36.
Clock rolling down to just inside 7.5.
And I was informed by some Lompoc fans that are here in the stands this evening that it's not my eyes. That clock is hard to read.
It could easily stand to be twice the size it is.
2nd and 3 for the Braves. Baron from the shotgun. Hands off. Flag comes down. 2 flags are down.
Coleman is not. He
finally gets knocked out of bounds at about the 18, but this one has a high likelihood of being brought back.
Flag on the play.
Multiple flags down on the field. Officials will discuss it and let us know what they decide. Holding Lompoc.
Penalty against Lompoc.
As suspected and expected, this one will come back. So Coleman took a whole lot of hits for nothing that time.
They marked him out at the 18, which I think he had stepped on the line there, but he didn't actually go really out of bounds until the 11, and then didn't go to the ground until about the 8.
But after all of that, the ball is all the way back to the 47-yard line.
14.
That's the Cardinals 47.
2nd and 14.
Pueblos High School 26, Ventura High School 24.
There's 6:43 remaining here in the fourth.
Final.
Approaching the halfway mark here in the fourth quarter. Euro Baron under center, one man in motion. Takes the handoff. Euro Baron stops.
Oh, he's got him.
He's in trouble. Now have to shift gears. Goes the other direction. Weaving through traffic, gets inside the 40 to about the 39. That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, and Cameron had Morgan over on the right side, wide open, but not enough time to get the ball off.
We get down to the 49-yard line. A little pile up over there. And everybody will pick themselves up off the turf and be okay. So 3rd down and about 6, we'll call it.
Yeah, pick up an 8 on that last one. And I think if you're the Braves, if you don't pick this up, 4th down, had some interesting stuff going on punts. I might just go for it, especially if it's under 3 yards.
Well, you don't want to give the ball back right now, I don't think.
Well, obviously, they'd prefer to pick it up on this 3rd down, but quick throw outside.
Complete and tackled immediately for a gain of only a couple.
In
Put it about the 30, just inside the 37. It's going to be 4th down and a long 3.
4.
Maybe 4. And see what the Braves decide to do. Cardinals would love a stop here and get the ball back. They got a little bit of momentum after that big score. Big run by Sirocco to put a touchdown on the board for him. Let's see. Braves will bring the offense back out. They're letting the clock run from the huddle. Have no intention of doing anything in any hurry whatsoever.
No.
Probably waiting for the play clock to run down and call timeout.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is.
Lompoc.
Timeout Braves. Stops the clock with 4:33 remaining here in the fourth.
That's their final timeout.
36, Santa Maria 0.
You are listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back at the studio, doing what she does and doing it well. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate you listening in to our broadcast from La Playa Stadium. Again, we'll be back at Houck for the Braves home opener against the Rio Grande Eagles 1 week from tonight. I believe that kickoff is at 7 o'clock as opposed to our 7:30 start this evening.
Yep. Get to listen to the dulcet tones of Tom Garrett for the first time. I doubt he's listening to us tonight, though, Greg, because Utah is playing.
Oh, yeah, well. Yeah, Tom will not be with us this evening, I'm sure.
He may have the radio on and the TV with the sound down. I don't know.
Okay, so it is 4th down for the Braves. 4th, and we'll call it 4, and they will bring the offense out. See what the coaches have dialed up for this one.
Coleman was a short discussion with the quarterback, and then we've got whistles.
Whistles and timeout.
The Bishop.
Cardinals. Okay.
It's a dueling timeout, so is fine.
Well, this would be a good time for Iribarren to do a little hard count and get that free 5 yards like he did earlier. Looking at Division III football, as we were talking about earlier, 19 teams, the Braves ranked currently 16. You've got some pretty powerful sounding names in D3,
yes.
Such as Newberry Park, Citrus Hill, Cajon, El Toro, Capistrano, Moore Park, Yeah, there's some good football teams in D3.
It is not a stroll through the woods.
No.
It's more like a stroll through a bunch of
haunted woods.
Crazed lumberjack clowns with chainsaws.
We'll get to that when we come to it. That's, 10 weeks or so from now. Right now, we'll deal with 4th and 4 here at La Playa.
Make that 4th and 9.
Motion in the backfield. Somebody dropped out of their stance, and that's going to cost the Braves 5.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how they drew that play up.
No, the fullback took a step forward. No chance to reset before the time ran out.
So move the ball to the 42. 4th down and 9. That'll change your play call some. We're still stuck on 4:33 on the clock.
Yeah, that's the worst part of this. No time. Moved off the clock. 2 wide each side.
From the shotgun, rolling right, Zero Baron, stops, plants, throws, complete at the 30. That's going to be a first down for the Braves.
Yep. That was beautifully executed.
Zero Baron's pass complete to Coleman.
Coleman on the catch, tackled immediately. But got the yardage he needed on the route. It's first down, Braves from the 30. And that's a big play.
He started to curl back on that to try and get outside, but that would have taken them right back towards the first down marker, and he wisely went to the ground.
Take it while you got it. That's for sure. First down, Braves from the 30. And the clock finally moving again, just over 4 minutes. 4 receivers. Big gap on the right side. That's Tenario. Gets down close to the 20-yard line. Looks like he got about 9.
Making a stop with Bertie Sanchez.
Yep, they'll stop him at the 21. 2nd and 1 for the Braves.
And this Braves offensive line has done a really good job tonight.
Yes, agreed.
Right. With very few exceptions, Zero Baron has had plenty of time, and they've opened some holes.
2 receivers on either side.
Braves look over to the sideline, get the signal.
Canario finds the gap. He's to the 10, dives forward and gets down to about the 7-yard line. And there's another one of those holes that you're talking about, Mike. Offensive line is doing a great job of riding the gaps.
And with 3:12 remaining in regulation, the Braves have a first down just outside the 5.
First and goal. And movement on the defensive side will cut that yardage in half.
Approachment penalty against Bishop. Half the distance to the goal.
Not the first time that's happened to the Cardinals defensive line tonight. That one will cost them 3 yards and make it first and goal from the 3. Zero Baron comes back in with the play. Braves will spread them out a little bit to the either side.
2:42 remaining.
Handoff. Tenario. Did he get there? No.
Oh.
Just short. Just short.
Half a whisker width.
There's your skosh.
Okay. That might even be half a skosh.
Half a skosh.
Tackle was made by Marcus Jan.
About the length of a ball away from the goal line. 2nd down and goal from there.
Minutes remain.
And it looks like we have the jumbo defense coming in for the Cardinal.
Clock running just now, under 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th.
I tell you, there are some large individuals on that team.
Large individuals, yes.
And there we go, the full house backfield.
First time tonight.
Left side in motion.
Quarterback dive right up the middle. Touchdown, Braves.
Touchdown run by Cameron Silvera.
And that'll put the icing on this one. It's 36-10.
1:38 remaining in regulation.
Point after coming up.
It would really be nice if the Braves have finally figured out how to kick field goals and extra points with some reliability.
Well, I'm sure liking what I see from Manguiano.
Mm-hmm.
Sparrow the hold. The kick is away. This one bounces off.
Hit the left upright.
Yeah. Dunked it on the left, and that one will be no good.
Snap was a bit low.
So with 1:39 remaining here in the game, our score is now Lompoc 36, Bishop Diego 10. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on your home for local sports, 100.9 KPEG.
On the Braves Radio Network.
That's Mike. I'm Greg. Judy's back at the studio. And you are who you are and where you are. And we thank you for tuning in tonight. In your home, at work, in your car, or on the web all the way around the world. Thanks for listening.
Even if you're delayed somewhat, we appreciate you listening in.
Line drive kick. Bounces at about the 10, picked up there. Returned down the far hash mark across the 25 to about the 26. Just under a minute and a half remaining here in the game. Braves up 36-10. And I'm ready to put this one in the refrigerator.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I think we're okay.
About a minute and a half to go. Oh, just over the 25.
And movement all over the place this time by the Cardinals. One of the wide receivers was moving when he shouldn't oughta.
Yeah, going to march it off against the Braves, however.
Okay. Yeah, it shows what I know. So the Braves move first. Very well. 1st and 5 from the 31.
And for a game that was moving along at a rapid clip, all of a sudden this is kind of gotten slow.
Pass through the hands at the 40 and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 5 after the penalty. Ball out to 31. About a minute 22 remaining in the game.
Incomplete pass, of course, stops the clock again.
Cardinals need to find a way to score 26 points real fast.
They've got 3 left, 1 right.
From the shotgun, looking to pass all the way. Throws left, right, and complete at the 39.
Excellent catch there.
Complete to Mark Roswich.
Morgan was on the coverage, and I think that was Morgan.
They'll put it at the 38. Good enough for a first down, however.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Blanket coverage over there.
Quick pass complete at the 42. Breaking tackles, turns the corner. Uh-oh, look out. Racing down the sideline. He's going to get out of bounds inside the 35, however. Alec Rubio on the catch and run. A big chunk of yardage for the Cardinals down to the Braves' 31-yard line. 1 minute exactly on the clock. And now the clock is rolling. Could be a punch one in for a cosmetic score. At least now under pressure has to roll right. No one open. Going to have to keep this one himself and gets forced out of bounds on the far sideline at about the 29. Gain of a couple. Maybe just 1. Stops the clock with 41 seconds remaining.
Nice pressure that time by the Braves.
Initially a nice little pocket, but that broke down and the Braves broke in. It'll be second down and 9 from the 30.
I think that was Frank Lopez chasing them down from the backside. Might have been Corrales.
3 receivers here to the near side, 1 up top, working out of the shotgun. Back to pass, plenty of time.
Oh, wide open.
Wide open on the far side. Has to fall down to catch it, but does so at about the 12. And it's a good thing that pass was low. Or else he would have caught that one untouched into the end zone. First down, Cardinals from the 12. Back to pass. Plenty of time. Man all alone at the 10. Catch complete and tackled at the 5.
Pass complete to Alec Rubio.
Second down. Ball at the 5-yard line. Need to get to about the 1. Pitch. Fights his way forward down close to the first down. But guess what?
Time is up.
As all that was happening, the clock expired. This one is over. Final score, Braves 36, Cardinals 10. What was a very slow start for both teams in the first half, a 9-3 halftime score. The Braves exploded offensively here in the second half.
Yeah.
And
both teams discovered some offense in the second half, but Lompoc found a lot more.
3 quick scores by the Braves in a matter of a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And that put it away for Lompoc. The Braves will go to 2-1 on the year. Cardinals fall to 1-2.
It's
DeAndre Coleman with a good night, well over 100 yards.
100 yards, yeah. 142.
42.
Zoe
Zoe tells us. Okay, good job, Zoe. Thank you.
And it's Cameron had 4 combined touchdowns. A good performance by the Braves. Not spectacular. Still some mistakes to clean up, but certainly an improvement over their performance or lack of performance last week.
Certainly an improvement in the turnover category.
Yeah.
Only 1 turnover tonight compared to 7 last week. So much better in that regard.
So, can you get a picture of the banner from down there? Can you get a picture?
So
of
checking out. Thanks for your support and your stats tonight. Been a pleasure being here, Mike. What do you think overall?
Well, another beautiful night of football at LaPlaya Stadium.
Yep. Football in paradise.
The Braves looked good. I give them a solid B+ tonight. Defense solid again, not absolutely slamming the door, but they have made some plays when they needed to make plays.
I think overall a very good job by the Braves. We'll take the W, and we'll hop on the bus.
I think they'll have some things to talk about in practice before Arroyo Grande next week.
Mm-hmm. That's always a tough one. Hope you'll join us for that one. Kickoff at 7 o'clock from Hawks Stadium as the Arroyo Grande Eagles come in to take on these Lompoc Braves. All right. Let's wrap it up, Mike. For Judy Baker, back at KPEG Control, and Mike Loney to my right, my name is Greg Ratcliffe. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We appreciate you listening. Our final score, once again, from LaPlaya Stadium, the Lompoc Braves 36, the Bishop Diego Cardinals 10.
And hopefully Ty's GoFundMe is over the top.
Indeed. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week with Roy Grande and Lompoc. Good night, everybody.